Loser isn't an emotion.
It is to me. I think it's shit, don't you?
Yes.
I used 4 biros. I bought them. 4. You owe me 79 pence.
So recently there was this British show that I kept seeing on my TikTok and that I keep seeing on Pinterest every time I scroll. And you know, I always got tired just of seeing these pictures. Not exactly tired of seeing these pictures, because I was always curious, you know, what exactly is this? Like, who are these characters? Like, I've seen this before, like from this weird Russian AI thing, where it was a copy paste of this one character. So I decided to, you know, look it up, and it was a British UK show, which I'm watching right now. It's actually pretty great. I don't actually have anything. Actually, matter of fact, it's actually the background footage of this video. But let me elaborate further. You know, when watching this show, I'm always like, you know, how exactly does this happen? And you know, like, how does the drama happen? And I know, you know, how it happens because I watch this show and I see these characters who are all flawed and they get in these sort of situations. And I'm sort of wondering to myself, you know, I don't want to be in any of that. I mean, realistically, I do find like the things that they're fun, what they're doing is fun, and I don't want to be missing out. But at the same time, you know, I don't exactly want to be in the kind of situations that they are. I mean, the most relatable character in the show to me, Sid, his father is dead. His father is dead. I'm not laughing in a sort of way that's funny because he's not. It's just that, you know, I don't want to be in that position. And also, in general, I don't even want to be in the UK in the first place. But also, in a sort of fact, I mean, it is fun, but it's also sort of dangerous. Like, none of what they're doing is sort of fun. I don't want to be the fun place because, you know, absolutely, I find whatever they're doing is fun, but it's not for me. I'm a more introverted person, and, you know, I don't want to get in these kind of like clubs or anything. But at the same time, I do, and I'm sort of deprived from it because I literally live in a ghost town, right? There's like literally nothing to do. It's literally a desert. And seeing this and seeing a bunch of shows and movies like this where there's everybody hanging out in like a fun place or something, it does make me jealous. Because, you know, I do want that same sort of thing. And the time that I almost got into a party, you know, I was really excited. But unfortunately, it got shut down because there were police, you know, absolutely everywhere. But, you know, it feels like that if I went there, I probably would have got screwed. I probably would have had the same thing that would happen in like literally all of the scenes in the show. And it made me sort of realize that, you know, loneliness isn't exactly the worst thing in the world. Like, I know that a lot of people my age and a lot of introverted people, I wouldn't even count myself as introverted. I would count myself as ambiverted people. They sort of look at these shows and they just cry over them. Like, they cry and wish that they had the things that they did. But if in reality, you know, if they actually had the things that were going on, they would probably be like no better as the characters themselves, like screwing over the situations and stuff like that. And just by the pressure, because I don't want to deal with something that is not exactly related to me. That is not like I'm not trying to be like a cynicistic person here, but, you know, I don't really care about like people like that, like people that I don't deal with often, or don't like deal with, where it's like something that's completely unrelated to me but somehow still related to me. I'm not a drama person, and I never will be a drama person. It's just, come on, it sort of looks like, to me, it just sort of, in all comedies, sort of look like this at times.
It's finally the weekend. I've got 48 hours off from the world, man. I don't want to hear about anything that isn't pubs, clubs, and time to get off my fucking pickle. My only job tonight is to have a good fucking time. And the only work I'll be doing is on the fucking dance floor. Yeah, Stano, you're on. Nice one, brother! Nice one, brother! Nice one, brother! Nice one!
And people kind of take this seriously, even though that is a parody of the drama shows that a lot of people see and that are very popular. They're exactly like that, and people want like to be in these positions that they are in, and eventually they make themselves dangerous in them. I mean, I do know that at this point that I sound like an anti-smoking anti-smoking campaign, and in a sort of way I literally am, because some of these people, and I don't doubt it, I don't know any of these personal stories of my own, but I know that some of these people are personally affected by these dramas, and they try to do like whatever the character does, and something really bad happens to them. And compared to the other person, like the introverted person, actually that's even worse. Like, because introverted people, as I've came to know, and as the people that I've met, always have something going on in their lives too. And in a sort of way, I'm kind of like that, but digitally, I always have something going on digitally. But, and this is an example, but it's just when you put it out there, like in real life, in situations that you could put yourself in harm to, it's not exactly worth it, as for the little bit. And I do want to experience those things that they have. I do want to get into relationships or whatever, but it's not exactly cut out for me to do it in those kinds of ways. I do admit that their style is very cool though, but I don't know. That's all I had to talk about. I do love the show, and I do think about making episode. I might actually make a video series. It depends on how the first one goes, on like all about all the characters' like flaws. I'm thinking about one right now. After I watch this show, I start doing it, called Anorexia Nervosa. That sounds pretty cool. But I don't know. These are just some of my thoughts and ideas about it. No dramas. What do you guys think? Down below. Alright, peace.